lesson number 9 for tennis. Today we're going to be looking at our hand-eye coordination. That's when we try and hit a ball and try to get it in certain areas like targets. Okay, so looking at about control of the hit and hitting it nicely. So I know most of you can smash a ball as far as you can, but today we're not going to be smashing it as far as we can. We're just going to look at control.
Okay, so warm up for lesson number 9. Okay, so as always we've been doing lately, we're going to recap the last lesson. So last lesson we were getting to know our tennis racket, learning how to balance the ball, okay, lots of different things. So today we're going to recap that, all right? So first of all, okay, you're going to get a bigger ball, all right? And you're going to put it onto your racket or whatever bat you're using, okay? And all we're going to do is see if you can go in and out of all of the cones that I've put down, okay? So look, I might start here and I want to see if I can not let the ball drop, okay? So if I drop it, pick it back up, we go again. But let's see if you can balance it, two-handed or one-handed, up to you, okay? So that I'm going to go in and out as quick as I can. I'm going to use one hand and I'm going to see if I can go in and out through the cone. Now the ball is got to try and stay in the middle, okay, so the middle here. So can you keep it in the middle? Can you go in and out of all the cones? So if you feel like it's really easy with a bigger ball, you might see if you can maybe jog a little like me. Okay, can you jog a bit? Keep it on there. Okay, who can go the quickest? Yeah, so in and out, in and out, in and out. Last one, who can get through it? You can get through it, look. In and out, in and out, in and out. And perfect. Now, we're going to move on now. So I've used my big ball. I can do that pretty easily. If you're still finding it hard, keep trying with that one. If you're finding it easy or you want a challenge, get a smaller ball now. Okay, so we want to try and keep it in the middle and we don't want it bouncing or falling off. Look, we want it on the middle. Okay, all right, so a bit like a pancake. Can you keep it nice and still on the middle? Okay, all right, ready? So let's see if we can go in and out again. So I might start slow, one-handed. Now I want to see if I can keep the ball from touching the outside bit, which we call the rim, okay? So in and out, in and out. Keep it away from the side, okay? In and out, in and out. Keep going. Now, if you're finding it easy, who can go quicker now? Okay, who can go quick? And if you want a real challenge, it might be that you change your hand. So I might use my left hand now, okay? Not my normal one, but can you do it with both hands? Okay, there's a challenge. Ready, in and out, keep going. Can I keep that ball on it? Good, try not to let it touch the rim. Go, 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 keep going, keep going. Who can get it the most time? So you can go in and out of their cones the most time. Well done. Keep going, oh. Perfect. One more go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Who can make this the quickest one? Oh. In and out, in and out, and perfect, freeze there. Okay. Next one, okay? Got our ball, got our racket, all right? We're gonna see if we can do small, little bounces. So it might be that to start with, look, we're trying to flick up the ball and we're trying to balance the ball on the racket so it doesn't fall or bounce off like that, okay? So look, can you flick it up and try and land it? Now, if you're finding it hard with a flick up, it might be that you just drop the ball or just throw it in the air like that. Okay, it might be that if you find it easier, throw it in the ball like that. And who can try and keep the ball on the racket? Okay, all right, so keep trying. Look, who can, and if you find it easy, throw it even higher. Okay, and the higher you get, the harder it is because it's going to get a bigger bounce off the racket. So you've got to try and bring the ball into the racket. If I go towards the ball, it's going to flick back up. Okay, but as the ball comes down, I let it drop into my racket. Okay, so perfect. Who can do that? Okay, one last go. Drop. Look, keep going. Drop. Okay, now we're going to make it harder. Last bit. All right, now we're going to learn how to remember how to bounce the ball in the racket. So remember, who can do bounces with the ball on your racket? So eyes always on the ball. You want the ball to always land in the middle of your racket. If it goes to the side, it might pop off. So you want to try and make sure that it lands in the middle. And if you watch my hand or my arm, it's just slightly going up and down, okay? I'm not going very aggressive and smashing it in the air. I'm just keeping it up and down. Every time it goes towards Racket, I'm moving it up a little bit, okay? So let's go for 20 seconds. Who can keep this going? Okay, if you want, or if you want a challenge, it might be that you try and spin the racket round. Who can try that? Who can go 1, 2, oh, and keep it going? Yeah, if you can't, that's fine. You might try and change hands. You might try and swap hands as much as you can, okay? But if you're finding it hard, as I say, keep doing this. If you're finding it easy, then challenge yourself with some spins, okay? Last 10. Now, when we finish this lesson, you can practice this anyway because it's really good for your concentration and your hand-eye coordination, which means when you're playing sports like this, you get a lot better at hitting and connecting with the ball, okay? So, perfect, okay? Brilliant warm-up. Yeah, it's really hot. We don't want to get you running around too much. Have a drink. You must have one, and then come back for the session.
So, obviously, you've got a tennis racket. We've got our 3 cones set up over there, and then we've got 4 cones as our target area, what we need to practice on. So make sure you set this up. I'll give you 10 seconds whilst I'm just moving my stuff around. Grab some water quickly. So you need a target area in front of 3 cones with a ball on. Okay, so that's all you need. Perfect. So now you've got everything that you needed. All we're going to start off with doing is we're going to stand next to the ball and go on our knees. And what we're going to try and do is trying to hit the racket onto the ball and trying to aim it into our square. So ready? I bring my arm back. I'm going to try and get it in. That was too soft. I can see what I'm going. Then I'll just shuffle across. You guys can stay on your feet, but I'm going to go on my knees. So ready? I'm going to try and use the net. Try and hit the ball. So look, I bring my arm, just bring it back. Ooh, close. Just shuffle across. Ready? Always keeping my racket facing forward. So not to the side where I'm using the rim, I'm using the net. So ready? Bring my arm back. Yes! Good shot. So we're just going to practice that for a couple of goes. The more tennis balls you have, the more goes you can have. But if you've got one, just take a shot and then start again. So if my cone does flip over, that's no worries. I just set them all up. These are our practice goes to get used to it. And then we'll move on to our points. So again, I'm next to the ball, my 2 knees are to the side of the ball. So all I have to do is bring my arm back, try and get it in. Just shuffle to the side. So again, look, knees to the side of the ball. So all I have to do is bring my arm back and hit it. Ooh. Shuffle aside, ready? Bring my arm back, always looking at the ball. Not enough power, so we go collect again. Might do a little trick. Didn't work. Perfect, perfect. Now one more go at trying that. So we'll always set them up. I might start on this one now. Ready? Standing next to it, go on my knees. Bring my arm back. I'm going to look at the ball because if I'm not looking, I will just miss it. So I want to make sure I look at the ball. I bring it back, look at the target, and I'll hit. Oh, too much power. I move over to the side. Ready? Line it up. My arm comes back. You see how the racket's always facing forward? Then it goes back. Check where I'm going. Yes. Move to the side. Ready? Next to it. Move it back. Keep my eye on the ball. Ooh. Nearly, nearly, nearly. We go collect our stuff. So now we've had a couple of practice goes, we're going to be looking at our points. And I know we all love points, and obviously we want to get the highest score as possible. So if we land the ball inside the square, I'm going for a big 10 points today, 10 points. If it lands on the outside, no points. If it lands on the inside and bounces out, I'll give you 5 points. So ready? Going back on our knees again. Looking at the ball, my arms bent. I bring it back, and I want to try and hit it. Oh. Ah. I'm going to say 5 points. Go next to it again. Ready? Bring it back. Watch the ball. Watch the ball. Getting there nearly. Need just a little bit more power. Here it is. Here's the winner. Got it inside. That's 10 points. So 15 points for me. Let's set these back up and then I'll come over and just talk to you quickly. There we go. bring this one over. So in tennis, there's different ways to hit the ball. So we can't always just hit the ball like that, because we're not going to get as much power, and the ball's probably just going to go up in the air. So when we're doing our tennis, there's different ways to hit. There's forearm, where you can see your forearm and your fingers are facing forward, and the racket's always straight. Then you've got back arm, or backhand, where your knuckles are facing forward. So you've got that way to hit, you've got forearm, and we'll learn the smash maybe later in another day. So now, using our forehand or forearm, we're going to go next to it, but I start further away from the ball. You see how my knees are further away? Racket is nice and straight. You can see my fingers are facing forward. I bring it back, I hit, nearly. I start again, look, I want to be further away from the ball, because this time our arm is outstretched and nice and long. Before we had it nice cramped in. So look, make sure it's lined up so the middle of the racket is in line with the ball. I bring it back, I try and hit, nearly. Ready? Make sure it's in line. I don't want it over there, because if I hit, I'm gonna miss it. If I'm too far away, we still miss it. So make sure the racket is in the middle of the ball. I go back, yes, and get it inside. Perfect. We'll have a couple more goes of that one, and then we'll move on to our backhand. Perfect. Set it up. That time I got 10 points. Watch again. Start further away from the ball. Lined up so the middle of the racket is in line with the ball. I bring it back. I try and hit, nearly. Ready? Make sure it's in line. I don't want it over there, because if I hit, I'm gonna miss it. If I'm too far away, we still miss it. So make sure the racket is in the middle of the ball. I go back, yes, and get it inside. Perfect. We'll have a couple more goes of that one, and then we'll move on to our backhand. Perfect. Set it up. That time I got 10 points. Watch again. Start further away from the ball. Fingertips facing forwards. I bring my arm back. I try to hit it in. Need more power. So again, get it ready. Arm comes back. Hit. Perfect. Line it up. My arm stays straight. I come back with it, so arm stretched. I come down and hit it. Ooh, that was nearly perfect. So that was called forehand or forearm. We now move on to our backhand. So always setting it up. And the only difference between these two is the way our arms are facing and our body. So watch. Instead of using my forearm where this is facing forward, now you can see my elbow. So ready? I go to the side, still using my right hand, my strong hand, but you see my elbow is pointing. I go backwards and try and hit it. So okay, if you hit the cones, line it up again, elbow facing forward, I bring the racket back. Retry that one. Definitely a bit of wind somewhere. Oof. Nearly, set yourself up. Knuckles facing forward, elbow, arms straight, breathe backwards and forwards. If you do hit the cone, that's okay. Set them back up and go get the tennis balls. Throw them back. We'll have one more try going backhand. Let's set them up. Good. So again, let's break it down. We want to make sure that our racket is in the middle of the ball. My elbow and knuckles are facing forward to where I'm going to hit it. My body's side on. I bring my arm back and I want to hit. Oh, getting closer. Just shuffle back. Ball's in the middle. I go backwards. Nearly. Keep shuffling. Ready? Arm goes back, facing forward. Oh! So close. Now, one little trick I'm going to teach you as the last thing, and this is going to be my last go, is when we're hitting the ball, can we make this letter C? So the racket starts at the top, it comes down to make a C. So watch, it starts from the top, and you make a curly K. Okay, so you start from the top, bring it down, and you hit. So ready? If I'm here, I start from the top. Ready? Top, hit. Start from the top, come down. Start from the top, make the C, and hit. Ooh, so close. And that's the same for when you do backhand. Starts from the top and comes down. Always making that C shape when you're playing. Okay, so we'll do one more try with the backhand. Turn these over. So I always want to make sure we're seeing a certain letter shape. Ready? I'm here, backhand. It starts from the top, it comes down to make a C. Ooh. Start from the top, comes down to make a C. Whoa, too much power. Start from the top, come down to make a C. Nearly. Perfect. Well done today, guys. Keep practicing that. Pause now if you want to carry on trying, but if you're ready to move on, push play. So this is the outro where we do our question and answers. So by now you should always be ready. So we're going to carry on. If you're not ready, just push pause. And when you are ready, push play. So our first question is going to be, I said it at the end of the lesson, but what shape and letter do we try and make? So we start from the top and come down. What letter do we try and make? Okay, that's your first question. Second question is going to be, there's two ways to try and hit what we learned today. There is one way and that's the other way, but can you name them? Okay, so I'm not going to give any clues. If you don't know, re-watch it so we make sure we're learning. But there's one where you go from that side and they're two different names for it. Okay, and your third challenge is going to be set up the game we've played today. You're going to play against your parents and see how it goes. But if you get all three of the tennis balls in, you automatically win. Okay, that's going to be your challenge. Hope you enjoy the weather. Stay safe. See you soon.